Hello, my stamping friends. Patty Edwards here with Why Stamp with Patty. And today and this week, I will be featuring this cute little Fun for Fall bundle. It came out with our online exclusives in July. And of course, it has this cute little scarecrow, which I'm not going to use today, but I will be doing another video on Sunday, and I'll use that cute little guy. Today I'm going to use these three little crows because sometimes when I look at a set, I like to think about what can I use this for besides just during the fall season. So I like that it has this sentiment that says something to crow about. So it has the little crows. It also has a so thankful for you, hoping your day is wonderful. And this little hay there, which, you could use that cute little hay bale and say hey there any time of year. Has this cute little flower, and later this week I'm going to do another video using that image, and it has a congratulations. So I thought maybe I'll get this because I can use it more than just this little cute little scarecrow. So of course there is a coordinating die set that goes with it. So it does cut out the little flag, the hay bale, or the straw bale, whichever you want to call it, the little flower, the three crows, and this scarecrow. And then there are some accessories along with it. It has the corn with the little corn cobs, this little fence, and who doesn't love a fence? That can be used any time of year also. And then these cut out all the images from this stamp set. I'm also going to use a new embossing folder that is called Rustic Check 3D. It's really kind of cool. It's going to come out in our September to December catalog. So if you like that, make sure when this goes live, you get this embossing folder. I love embossing folders. They just add so much to your card. And I'm also going to show you today too how you can fit. I wanted to use this little banner die from Stylish Shapes, and my something to crow about is too long for that. But there's always tricks and tips that we can do to make it work. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in what we need. Oh, that was a little note of what I needed to cut for my stamp club next week. I don't know how that got in there. Okay, so today I'm using basic white and crisp cantaloupe. My card base is going to be thick basic white, and I cut it in half the long way, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, and then scored at 5 1/2. And I have a panel that I'm going to put on here as just a layer. And I don't know, sometimes I just like that. I like a bigger border. So I cut this 3 3/4 by 5. So instead of just 1/4 of an inch, I cut a 1/2 an inch off of there. All right, let's go ahead and we're just going to attach that to our card base. And I'm just looking to see that we have even borders all the way around. Our next panel would be our basic white, and this piece is going to be just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this piece, this crisp cantaloupe, was 3 3/4 by 5. So I am just going to cut this down to 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, just to have that smaller highlight around there. So we're going to run that through our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And of course, we get this really cool rustic check. It has, you know, some texture in some of the blocks, and some are very smooth. And that is our next layer here. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the front of our card. And since this has, you know, uneven edges, I'm going to put that glue on there a little bit thicker than normal. And there we go. So that is the base of our card. It's all ready to go. Now, I have a couple other pieces here. This piece of crisp cantaloupe is 1 by 5. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on there. And then I have another piece that is like 1.5 by 4.5. I am going to use the smallest square from our Stylish Shapes. This die set has been around for a while. I love it. I hope it stays around for a while. It has, you know, some nice banners. It has the circles and the squares, and they all have the stitched look around them. So I wanted to, I'm going to be doing the 3 of these squares in the crisp cantaloupe. Oh boy. Oh good, I do. And I've already cut those out, so I'm just going to set those there. And then I am going to stamp on this piece of basic white, and it's basically 2 inches by 5.5. I'm going to stamp a crow on each. There's 3 crows in there, so I'm going to stamp 1 each. And I needed a bigger piece of paper because I am going to take this little die and cut them each out kind of in so that they're more of a diamond shape. So I needed space to stamp all 3 and be able to die cut them, because we had to have room for all of those. So we're going to put those through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And when we do that, then we have our 3 little crows. Bring those in. I thought it was fun to use all 3 of them. And on this piece, we're going to stamp our sentiment that says, "This is something to crow about." I'm just going to stamp that also in black ink. Go. I'm going to show you how we're going to fit this into that little banner. Some of you have probably seen this before, but it's always good to remind people that sometimes when you don't have the right size banner or sentiment die, you can create one with, let me see, I'm going to get some of my tape here because I want to hold this down so it doesn't move. And I'm going to set this on here first. And I'm going to put my tape here so I kind of know when to stop, because I'm going to run this through until I get to about here, because I don't want to run that through there. It'll cut it off. And just to be safe, another thing that we can do, instead of putting our plate all the way on here and hope we stop in the right place, we can go ahead and put our plate right before that cutting edge, because if we do go too far, it's not going to cut through then. So I will show you that. So I put it all the way through, but when I turn this over, it stopped because my plate ended there. All right, now we're going to take this die off of here. Those little stitches, they really stick in there really good. And now we're going to place it on the opposite side where we want to cut. And we're going to push this part into the stitching so that we know we're lined up correctly. But I need to go further in here. That looks about right. So now we got to find our little stitching. Now we're going to, let's go this way. Again, I'm going to put some tape, and the safe way to do it is not have our plate go over the part that's going to cut. So that way you can go all the way. And let's get my little baby out of the way here. And I'll show you how that came out. So now, push that out, and voila, we have a longer banner. So that worked out really well. Throw this away, put my banner back onto my little magnet sheet here. And now we're ready to color and put everything together. So my little crows, I'm just going to use some, I'm going to use, what did I pick here? Smoky Slate. And I'm going to color my little crows. I kind of looked up crows because I didn't know if their beaks were yellow, and they're really not. They're kind of gray, and I was surprised because I thought crows were black, but they said they're actually, they kind of have a purplish or blue hue to them, which was kind of surprising. But I'm just going to make him, all of them, this smoky slate color. And I love the blends and how easy it is to color with these. Now, I could do some blending, but you know, it's a small area, so I'm probably not going to do a lot of blending. And since their beak is dark, I'm going to take my lighter color and color in their beaks like that. And I kind of ran out of the line there, so I'm going to take my color lifter and just erase that off there. That's another nice thing about blends. You can take away the color. All right, now we're ready to put those on, and I am going to get out some dimensionals and put my little squares. I'm going to put the crisp cantaloupe ones in a little line. We're going to go up a little bit because we're going to put our greeting down below. And I like to put the two on the end on first, because then I can center my middle one in between those. And I'm going to take my pick tool and pull the backings off. That looks pretty good. And we'll take the other end. Let's see. Go ahead and put a couple on there. And it kind of helps. This rustic check kind of has a line that you can follow. And now I'll put two more on the middle one. Oh, I put those on the wrong end. Oh, on the wrong side, not the wrong end. Silly me. Good thing I didn't press down too hard yet. Alright, because you can really tell a difference between the back and the front when there's that stitching. It's much clearer on the front side than it is on the back side. Ooh, it's off just a smidgen. So we can put little squares in there. Then we're going to take our crows. And let's see, we'll put this one here, and this one here, and this little guy in the middle. And what the heck, let's pop those up too. This time I'm just going to put one in the center of each.
Unknown caller.
Oh, I have a call. Guess what it is? Potential spam. So let's see. I'm just going to stop that right now. I don't know about you, but I get way too many calls from spam. Or people I don't know, and then they don't leave a message, so then you know for sure it's spam. Okay, there's our little crows. Now we're going to take our sentiment, and we'll go ahead and, let's see, I pulled the back off of that one already with my fingers. And I'm going to put these kind of close together so this lays nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and add this. That was my backup in case that one didn't turn out, and I think that was one from earlier that I did that was a little crooked, so I'm going to redo this for this one. There we go, that's better. Stick that right on there. That looks pretty good. And of course we need some pizza resistance on there to add just a little bling to our card. So I'm just going to use crisp cantaloupe, these dots with the in colors. So there we go. There's the front of our card. And now, since we have something to crow about, we're going to congratulate them. So I am going to open this up and take my congratulations stamp, and I think I will get my crisp cantaloupe and we'll just stamp the congratulations in crisp cantaloupe, and then we'll put a little crow by there too. There's that, and I'm going to use the crow that kind of looks like he's saying congratulations. He's looking back, and stamp that right next to that. Now, I'm not going to color him in because when we use the blends, it does go through the back side, so I want to keep that clean. Now, if you do want to color it in, you could always, you know, stamp something on the back too, or, you know, put a layer back here and put another message if you wanted to. There's always ways to cover things up, but I'm just going to leave it just like that. And that is our card for today. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that you'll start looking at your stamps, your stamp sets, and see if there's things in there that you can use all year long. Usually there is. So here's our little inside, there's the outside, and tomorrow I'm going to do another card with Fun with Fall, and I'm going to use that little flower. So I hope you'll join me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.